The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of March 10-14 reveal that Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers have an all-out brawl while Claire Newman makes a choice. Lily Winters may also find that she can't resist, so let's talk about what's in store. For starters, Phyllis and Sharon's captor will keep forcing them to play by the rules. Sharon and Phyllis are stuck in this nightmare of a game, which is causing them to relive their history and mull over riddles together. Naturally, keeping Phyllis and Sharon locked up in such cramped quarters is a disaster waiting to happen. Y and R spoilers hint that as this storyline moves towards its climax, Sharon and Phyllis will be pushed to their breaking point. Our predictions hint that Phyllis and Sharon have a major brawl in their future, so that room may be totally trashed by the end of all this. How will the captor react? Will Sharon and Phyllis be punished for their actions, or could their captor let them loose if things go too far? Whatever the case, Y and R has to reveal who's behind this double abduction sooner or later. Could it be Michael Baldwin who's in charge, or is someone else running the show? Over with Claire, she'll have a tough choice to make after receiving an ultimatum from Victor Newman. Claire's loyalty may be put to the test in some way, and force her to either comply or push back. Of course, it could be as simple as Victor ordering Claire to stop asking for his blessing. Claire may have to decide if she can live with dating Kyle Abbott despite Victor's permanent loathing. Claire previously claimed she'd stand by Kyle regardless, but that could get harder as the latest round of the Abbott-Newman conflict heats up. Since Victor planted spies at Jabot, Jack Abbott will be livid once he figures that out. It's sure to kick off even more hostility, so Kyle and Claire will get caught in the middle of Jack and Victor's forever feud. That's something Summer Newman will take advantage of despite Kyle's attempt to put some boundaries in place. As Summer's feelings for Kyle grow stronger in the coming episodes, she'll step up her game to win him back. In the meantime, Audra Charles will take some major risks by plotting with Holden Novak, presumably behind Nate Hastings' back. Audra may not be the only one keeping secrets since there's a good chance Lily will keep some from Nate as well. Despite Nate's warning to stay out of all the Damian Kane drama, Lily may not be able to resist getting close to him again. That may be partly because of Lily's desire to protect Nate, and partly because she's attracted to Damian on some level. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lily and Damian will remain drawn to each other, so stay tuned for updates on all the surprising news and any sizzling moments ahead. As where you want to be for thrilling Young and the Restless spoilers, predictions, news, and updates, so stop by often. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, March 6, reveal that Kyle Abbott will draw the line with Summer Newman while Claire Newman faces a harsh reality. First, Nikki Newman will have a conversation with Claire who'll need some guidance from her grandma. Y and R fans can expect Nikki to offer up her opinion and perhaps deliver a little tough love. As much as Claire wants Victor Newman's blessing, Nikki may think it's time to accept that it's not happening. Victor isn't someone who typically changes his mind in situations like this, so Nikki might argue that it's better to avoid the frustration and just live with Victor's disapproval. Of course, it's also possible Nikki will weigh in on Kyle's forever connection to Summer, since they co-parent Harrison Abbott. Nikki may acknowledge that Summer and Kyle's bond is always going to be there. The key is for Claire to build enough trust with Kyle to avoid any jealousy or insecurities. However, that's easier said than done, especially since Summer seems eager to undermine Kyle and Claire's relationship. Despite Claire's efforts to play it cool, she might admit she's a little uneasy about Summer and her attempts to pull Kyle closer. As for Kyle, he'll set some limits with Summer in Thursday's Y and R episode. Kyle may sense that Summer's trying to step out of bounds and interfere in his romance, so he'll want to be clear about where they stand. Although Kyle will want to support Summer as she deals with more missing Philly's Summer's drama, he may offer a gentle reminder that he's with Claire now and that's that. Naturally, Summer is Philly's daughter and a schemer at her core, so our predictions hint that her pursuit of Kyle is only going to heat up from here. In the meantime, Devin Winters will quiz Lily Winters about Damian Kane, so they may go against Nate Hastings' warning to back off. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lily and Devin will remain curious, so they may resolve to get more updates on Damian and any other shady news he might be hiding. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, March 6, reveal that Kyle Abbott will draw the line with Summer Newman while Claire Newman faces a harsh reality. First, Nikki Newman will have a conversation with Claire, who'll need some guidance from her grandma. Y and R fans can expect Nikki to offer up her opinion and perhaps deliver a little tough love. As much as Claire wants Victor Newman's blessing, Nikki may think it's time to accept that it's not happening. Victor isn't someone who typically changes his mind in situations like this, so Nikki might argue that it's better to avoid the frustration and just live with Victor's disapproval. Of course, it's also possible Nikki will weigh in on Kyle's forever connection to Summer since they co-parent Harrison Abbott. Nikki may acknowledge that Summer and Kyle's bond is always going to be there. The key is for Claire to build enough trust with Kyle to avoid any jealousy or insecurities. However, that's easier said than done, especially since Summer seems eager to undermine Kyle and Claire's relationship. Despite Claire's efforts to play it cool, she might admit she's a little uneasy about Summer and her attempts to pull Kyle closer. As for Kyle, he'll set some limits with Summer in Thursday's Y and R episode. Kyle may sense that Summer's trying to step out of bounds and interfere in his romance, so he'll want to be clear about where they stand. Although Kyle will want to support Summer as she deals with more missing Philly's Summer's drama, he may offer a gentle reminder that he's with Claire now and that's that. Naturally, Summer is Philly's daughter and a schemer at her core, so our predictions hint that her pursuit of Kyle is only going to heat up from here. In the meantime, Devin Winters will quiz Lily Winters about Damian Kane, so they may go against Nate Hastings' warning to back off. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Lily and Devin will remain curious, so they may resolve to get more updates on Damian and any other shady news he might be hiding. The Young and the Restless scoop for Wednesday, March 5 reveals Nikki Newman wants Victor Newman to end his hostility towards Jack Abbott. Also coming up, Billy Abbott will do damage control when he learns Adam Newman knows about Abbott Communications. Plus, Chelsea Lawson and Adam will ask each other if they're over their exes. Y and R spoilers tease Adam and Chelsea will discuss their son. They'll agree to let him try out for his school baseball team and they'll join hands. Then Billy will walk in. He'll say hello and Adam will ask him if today's the day he officially launches his attack on him and on Newman Media. Any challenge you mount against it is doomed to end in failure, he'll add. Y and R Daily Scoop, Billy denies his new company is about Adam, but Billy will deny it's about Adam. I'm going to take this opportunity to try to improve people's lives, unlike you. But Adam will chuckle and say sure, especially since he'll be working with Philly Summers. Chelsea will tell them that's enough. Adam will get up to take a call and Chelsea will ask Billy if he's really going after Adam. He'll lie and say he's moved on. Talk will turn to her living at the ranch, and he'll ask what's going on between her and Adam. Chelsea will say she's been clear with him about her boundaries. After Billy leaves, Adam will tell Chelsea Billy's new business venture is going to fail. He'll also mention that he's irked Billy is with Sally Spectra. So Chelsea will ask if he's really over Sally and he'll say he is. It makes me wonder, he'll reply. You're here defending your ex, are you really over Billy? But Chelsea will tell him she is, she just hates to see them attacking each other. At the GCAC, Jack and Diane Jenkins will say good morning to Nikki and Victor. They'll tell them to enjoy their day, but Victor will ask to have a word with Jack. What delusion inspired you to encourage your idiot brother to compete with Newman Media? The mustache will ask. Diane will tell him he should focus on healing and his family, rather than attacking their family now. Why in the world would I miss the spectacle of Billy Boy Abbott going down in flames while squandering Jack's money? Victor will ask. He'll add that John Abbott would not approve of Jack wasting his money on Billy. But Jack will say he's proud of Billy's endeavor, and his father would be too. I can understand why you and Adam would be a little nervous right now, he'll add. Young and the restless scoop. Victor asks if Jack is high on pills again. The only mark your idiot brother will leave on this world will be to sully it, Victor will reply. But Jack will say he's tired of Victor's baseless predictions on the demise of his family. Then he'll suggest he and Victor make a pact. Are you high on pills again? Victor will ask. Jack will say he'd like to see Victor keep Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman out of their battles. Victor will say no, but Nikki will tell him it's Claire's choice. Jack will warn him he'll drive Claire out of his life, just like he's done with his children in the past. I do not want my granddaughter involved with your son. Victor will shout at Jack and Diane. It'll end in heartache. At Billy's place, he'll call Sally and say the news about Abbott Communications has been leaked. She'll guess he ran into Adam and he'll say yes. Billy will tell her he needs to get ahead of it and ask if she can help him. But before Sally arrives, Jack will show up to warn him that Victor knows about Abbott Communications. I just wish I was able to catch Adam and Newman Media off guard, Billy will say. I thought you weren't going to make this about the Newmans, Jack will reply. Billy will lie and say Abbott Communications has nothing to do with the Newmans. Sally will arrive and Jack will thank her for the great influence she's been on Billy. She'll take a look at the press release and say it sounds good. Finally, Nikki will tell Victor he should let Adam take care of Billy. Victor will say he's sure he can, but he's not going to let his children fight his battles for him. It is possible to end this hostility, she'll ask. Victor, please, can you put a stop to things before they go too far? The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Wednesday, March 5, 2025. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect a truce to get rejected. Meanwhile, a leak at Jabot is discovered. Plus, Billy Abbott and Adam Newman face off. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. On Wednesday, March 5, fans can expect Jack Abbott to discover a leak at Jabot. Jack will know to look in Victor Newman's direction. Jack might decide to confront Victor. However, Nikki Newman will get in the middle and try to keep the peace. Truce rejected. While Nikki will do her best to keep things calm between Jack and Victor, that is no easy task. Jack will likely hurl allegations at Victor for being responsible for the Jabot leak. Of course, Victor will play dumb. Victor might even suggest that Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, or even Diane Jenkins Abbott is responsible. After all, V. Eichter loves to divide, especially when it comes to Jack's family. So, for Jack to accuse a family member would be a bonus for the mustache. In fact, a truce will be outright rejected. This will further complicate things for Kyle and Claire Grace Newman's relationship. Claire wanted to get her grandfather's approval, but Summer Newman is right. That's probably never going to happen. It could also lead to the ultimatum that Victor gives Claire at the end of the week. It certainly sounds like Victor is going to order his granddaughter to choose only one, family or love. Adam Newman vs. Billy Abbott. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, March 5 reveal that Billy and Adam cross paths at the coffee house. Adam will be sitting with Chelsea Lawson. Billy will be able to tell that Chatham are back together romantically. Billy might decide to warn Chelsea again. Billy will also want to be sure to get under Adam's skin. That is when Adam asks if today is the official day Billy targets him and Newman Media. Wednesday, March 5, 2025. While Billy might insist that he's forgetting about the past and looking toward the future, his seething face indicates otherwise. It seems that just maybe Billy won't be able to start a new path just yet. Will Billy use the new company to get revenge on his enemies? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, March 5, imply some plot twists on the horizon in the land of Genoa City. Someone pushes a rival's buttons, while a leak is discovered, and a character attempts to advocate for peace. What can fans expect from Wednesday's show? Time to dive right in. Billy Abbott pushes buttons. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, March 5, reveal that Billy Abbott will decide to push Adam Newman's buttons. Sadly, this rivalry continues to heat up, and there's no end in sight. Will Billy try and intimate Adam as his new communications company could be a threat to Newman Media's success? Still, instead of messing with Adam, perhaps Billy could use his energy towards something more useful, like finding his missing employee, Phyllis Summers. Jabot's leak. Across town, fans know that Victor Newman has placed a couple of moles in Jabot to get the goods on Jack Abbott's company. The mustache is laser-focused on revenge, and it sounds like this plan involves the downfall of the cosmetics empire. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal these moles planted will be doing their job, which is leaking pertinent information. Will Jack find out who's behind this? Nikki Newman advocates for peace. Speaking of, Nikki Newman will be once again playing the role of peacemaker between one of her closest friends and her husband during the Wednesday, March 4 show. She'll do her best to persuade Jackie and the mustache to place their differences aside. But will they? Their rivalry has spanned decades now, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. If Jack discovers a mole in Jabot that's leaking information, he may believe Victor is behind it. Will he confront Victor during Wednesday's episode? How ugly could this face-off get? The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, March 5, reveal that a Jabot leak will enrage Jack Abbott, and Victor Newman will reject a truce. Billy Abbott will also provoke Adam Newman, so let's discuss all Wednesday's excitement. For starters, Jack will discover a leak at Jabot, so he'll probably know exactly who to point the finger at. There's a good chance Jack will seek Victor out for a confrontation, one that Nikki Newman will land in the middle of. Jack may throw accusations around and push Victor to admit he planted some Jabot spies, but Victor will surely play dumb. Although Nikki will try to convince Victor and Jack to call a truce, it's doubtful either of them will be in the mood to call off their longtime feud. That's especially true for Victor since he still blames Jack for what happened that night in the GCAC suite with Nikki. Victor isn't someone who just forgives and forgets, particularly when it comes to a major enemy like Jack. Speaking of enemies, Billy will cross paths with Adam and try to rile him up on Wednesday's Why and R episode. At the coffee house, Adam will be enjoying himself at a table with Chelsea Lawson when Billy pops up. Based on the vibe they'll give off, Billy will likely assume Chelsea and Adam are back together. Billy might get under Adam's skin about pressuring Chelsea into this and refusing to respect boundaries. Chelsea may rush to Adam's defense and point out that she makes her own choices, but Billy will probably keep blaming Adam anyway. Adam will also bring up Billy's big launch and assume it's the next phase of his revenge. Although Adam will think he's a target along with Newman Media, Billy might defend his new venture as something that's all about the future. Of course, Y&R has offered hints to suggest Billy may still be feeling vengeful after all. Billy could be gearing up to strike some blows to both Adam and Victor Newman, so stick with us for more predictions on his shady plans. The Young and the Restless spoilers say bad news could be brewing for the Newmans thanks to Billy's intentions, so stay tuned for updates on what he's got cooking up. The Young and the Restless spoilers. A web of betrayals, the tragic dance of Adam, Chelsea, and Sally. Many passionate fans have long speculated that the love shared by Adam and Chelsea is nothing more than a brief, fleeting flame, an illusion of passion doomed to crumble under the weight of betrayal and self-destruction. In the tangled web of relationships that defines their lives, Adam emerges as a figure who thrives on chaos and manipulation, a man whose very nature seems to relish in the destruction of the happiness of those around him. His actions, driven by a twisted set of beliefs and a relentless need to assert control, have repeatedly proven that he is incapable of sustaining a genuine, nurturing love. Adam is not the kind of man who values loyalty or commitment. Instead, he is driven by a dark, almost pathological compulsion to sabotage others. His ideas and motivations are as erratic as they are dangerous, revealing a mind that operates on a level removed from conventional morality. He sees the lives of those around him as mere pawns in a game that he is determined to win, and in doing so, he leaves a trail of broken hearts and shattered dreams. Chelsea, one of his many casualties, has learned this lesson the hard way. The deep scars she carries are not just the marks of a betrayed lover. They are the lasting reminders of a relationship built on the ruins of her hopes and aspirations. Not long ago, Adam committed a betrayal that would forever haunt Chelsea. In a moment of weakness, or perhaps in a calculated bid for power, Adam chose to forsake the trust and love that Chelsea had so willingly given him. He betrayed her to pursue a relationship with Sally, a decision that left Chelsea drowning in sorrow and despair. The pain of this betrayal was not merely a momentary sting. It was a deep and enduring wound, one that Chelsea has struggled to heal over time. The memory of Adam's treachery is a constant presence in her mind, a relentless reminder that the love she once believed in was nothing but an illusion, and that even the most passionate emotions can be undermined by deception. Yet, in a twist that only deepens the tragedy of their entangled lives, Adam's penchant for manipulation did not end with his betrayal of Chelsea. In a move designed to provoke even more chaos and suffering, he once again became involved with Chelsea, this time in a secret affair orchestrated with the intent to wound Sally. Adam's actions here are emblematic of his overall behavior. He is not interested in fostering genuine connections, but rather in stirring up turmoil wherever he goes. His involvement with Chelsea, far from being an act of reconciliation or redemption, was yet another calculated maneuver meant to inflict pain on those who had come to care for him. Sally, already reeling from the earlier betrayal, was plunged into deeper anguish as she discovered that the man she once trusted was capable of such duplicity. The shock and sorrow that enveloped Sally only fueled a growing anger and resentment toward Adam, a bitterness that now threatens to consume every aspect of her life. The fallout from these betrayals is not confined solely to the tumultuous love triangle between Adam, Chelsea, and Sally. The ripples of Adam's actions have reached far beyond the confines of this singular relationship, impacting the lives of many who are caught in the crossfire. One such casualty is Sally's partner, Billy, who now finds himself embroiled in his own set of conflicts. Recently, the strain of working alongside Sally has begun to take its toll on their relationship. Disagreements over professional matters have become increasingly frequent, leading to a gradual breakdown in their communication. Once a partnership marked by mutual respect and shared aspirations, Sally and Billy now find themselves drifting apart. The constant bickering and unresolved tensions have left Sally with a sense of foreboding about her future, a future where the shadows of her current relationship threaten to eclipse any chance of happiness. For Sally, the realization that her future may be bleak is as crushing as it is inevitable. The toxicity of her relationship with Adam has cast a long shadow over her life, and the disintegration of her bond with Billy only adds to her sense of despair. The toxic love that once promised excitement and passion now appears as nothing more than a series of unfortunate events, a cascade of betrayals and broken promises. In her heart, Sally knows that she must break free from this destructive cycle. Yet the path to liberation is fraught with uncertainty and fear. The very thought of extricating herself from a life that has become synonymous with pain is both daunting and overwhelming. Meanwhile, Chelsea finds herself ensnared in a trap of her own making. Her trust in Adam has been shattered, and yet the emotional scars he has left behind continue to haunt her every day. The realization that her life is spiraling out of control fills her with a deep-seated dread. Each day brings with it the possibility of yet another betrayal. Another instance where the fragile foundation of her heart could be shattered into irreparable pieces. The delicate balance that she once managed to maintain is now precarious, and the fear of being hurt again looms large over her future. Despite her best efforts to reclaim her life, the specter of Adam's deceit remains a constant, relentless force in her existence. In this labyrinth of lies and manipulation, every character is left to grapple with the consequences of Adam's actions. His relentless pursuit of chaos has turned what might have been a simple love story into a tragic saga of heartbreak and disillusionment. The narrative of Adam, Chelsea, and Sally is a poignant reminder that, in the realm of human relationships, love and betrayal are often two sides of the same coin. While the allure of passionate romance may initially captivate, it is the underlying currents of betrayal and deceit that ultimately determine the fate of those involved. For fans who have followed the saga with bated breath, the unfolding drama is both mesmerizing and heartbreaking. The consensus among many is that Adam's character is fundamentally flawed, a man who is incapable of maintaining the love that he so recklessly disrupts. His actions speak louder than any words of promise or affection, revealing a pattern of behavior that is as self-destructive as it is damaging to those around him. As the story continues to evolve, one can only wonder if redemption is even possible for someone so deeply entrenched in the art of betrayal. Or perhaps this tragic narrative is destined to repeat itself, a relentless cycle of love, loss, and the inevitable fallout of a man who refuses to change. In the end, the saga of Adam, Chelsea, and Sally serves as a cautionary tale. It is a vivid illustration of how personal demons and unchecked ambitions can lead to a cascade of events that not only destroy individual lives, but also unravel the very fabric of trust and commitment. While the allure of fleeting passion may offer temporary solace, it is the enduring strength of genuine love, built on mutual respect and honesty, that remains the true foundation of any lasting relationship. For now, the future of these characters hangs in the balance, teetering on the edge of uncertainty, a dramatic testament to the enduring human struggle between desire and morality. The young and the restless spoilers tease that Phyllis Summers could make a bombshell move with Billy Abbott once she's released from the insane asylum. Phyllis is MIA and Billy is more worried about her than he's letting on. Could this be because he has lingering feelings for the redhead? Definitely maybe. Phyllis' behavior is out of character. Billy has a feeling about Phyllis' safety given that she was keen to join Abbott Communications alongside her son Daniel Rumalotti. Nothing is more important to her than her kids, so for her to shrink from the limelight is uncharacteristic. Billy is wondering if Red has been kidnapped, a little something he knows a bit about, once having his wife kidnapped as payment for his gambling debts. Phyllis is actually in captivity and being forced to play a twisted game with Sharon Newman thanks to their captor. Phyllis and Sharon in trouble. Phyllis and Sharon are being held together in a game in which they must get along to survive. We know that the two women can't stay locked up forever, so let's look ahead to Phyllis' first move after being set free. There's no doubt that being held captive will make an impression on Phyllis and Sharon. She may start to realize how precious time is and make a move rather than wait in the shadows. This could mean appreciating all that she has, including her friendship with Billy. She has been acting jealous toward his boo Sally Spectra. Will Phyllis make a play for Billy? Once she's no longer a hostage, we predict that Phyllis reconsiders her feelings for Billy. This might mean an impulsive move, such as kissing him or making some outlandish statement that belies her true feelings. Tell us why, and our fans, do you think that Phyllis will come out of this hostage drama a new woman? And if she does decide to make a play for Billy, would she engage in a war with Sally in order to get what she wants? The Young and the Restless spoilers note that Peter Bergman recently celebrated 35 years of playing Jack Abbott in Genoa City this past month. Believe it or not, Bergman was recast in the role in November 1989 after OG Jack Abbott, actor Terry Lester, left the show. Bergman recently spoke with Soap Opera Digest about entering the role of Jack Abbott and how he thought he wouldn't last more than a few months on. Plus, during his time on AMC, Bergman saw recasts come and go. So while he was grateful for his new job at the Y&R, he had his reservations. Talking to SOD, Bergman states, "We had on All My Children that just didn't work. There were not too many replacements who lasted long-term." He goes on to say, "And so, I kind of felt that I was going to be one of those, that 6 months later, they were going to say, no, let's just kill the character." Y&R spoilers. Star Peter Bergman. Hindsight is 20/20. His perspective on job security changed dramatically after he won his first Daytime Emmy in 1991, noting that when he won the award for playing Jack Abbott, he said, "Yep, this part is mine." In fact, he would move to add 2 more Daytime Emmys to that statue, and has accumulated a total of 24 Daytime Emmy nominations during his time on the Y&R. At this point, could anyone else play Jack? It would be like trying to recast Victor Newman or Nikki Newman. How much do you love Jack Abbott and Peter Bergman? Comment below. Catch the CBS Soap Daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit this CBL for the best Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates in daytime drama. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Phyllis Summers may make a shocking move after finding freedom. Will Billy Abbott's world be rocked by what Phyllis does next? Y&R fans know Billy has grown concerned about Phyllis since her recent behavior seems out of character. There are things that just aren't adding up for Billy at this point. Considering how thrilled Phyllis was about joining Abbott Communications and getting Daniel Romalotti Jr. hired there as well, it doesn't make sense for her to go off the radar like this. That's why Billy's starting to worry about the possibility of kidnapping, and his instincts are right. Phyllis is actually in captivity and being forced to play a twisted game with Sharon Newman thanks to their captor. Whether Phyllis and Sharon escape, get rescued, or simply earn their way out by winning the game, freedom is coming sooner or later. It's time to start thinking about the next phase of this story. So what will Phyllis do once she's finally loose? This experience is definitely going to change Phyllis and will hopefully improve her relationship with Sharon in the long run. Phyllis is never going to be BFF with Sharon, but they'll hopefully learn to tolerate each other after and during this mess. Of course, Phyllis may gain a deeper appreciation for the positive things in her life as well, including her children, her job, and even Billy. It's easy to imagine Phyllis deciding life's too short to hold back after spending all this time as a hostage. With that in mind, Phyllis may make a bold move in the aftermath of her captivity ordeal. Will Phyllis confess to Billy that she still has feelings for him? Could Phyllis plan a kiss to really stress how much Billy means to her? Phyllis' hostage drama could be a wake-up call that convinces her to fight for Billy, so that could lead to a reignited feud with Sally Spectra. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Billy may get updates on Phyllis' lingering love, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the romantic news ahead in GC. Looks like things are heating up in Genoa City both on and off the screen. The Young and the Restless fan favorite Melissa Ordway is officially back at work, and we cannot help but wonder what this means for her character, Abby Newman. The actress recently shared a picture from the set. Is there a shocking twist in her storyline? Here's what we know so far about her exciting comeback. The young and the restless icon is back in action. The young and the restless legend Melissa Ordway, who plays Abby Newman, is making her highly anticipated return. After being taken off contract and moving to recurring status last November, fans feared they had seen the last of Abby. We last saw her 3 months ago, and speculation ran wild with no sign of her on the soap. The actress has been playing Victor and Ashley's daughter since 2013. However, after portraying the role for more than a decade, her contract status was bumped to recurring. The news came shortly after Abby and Devin tied the knot in a beautiful milestone episode. Ever since, Abby seemingly vanished from the canvas, making only a few brief appearances in December before disappearing entirely. Now, with Melissa Ordway back at work, the million-dollar question is what's next for Abby? The popular star took to Instagram to reveal that she's back on set filming for the CBS soap. She shared several pictures from the Newman Ranch and Society. Ordway posed for a photo with fellow co-stars Eric Breeden and Christian LeBlanc. Along with them, she also shared pictures with her on-screen family, James and Kristen Cowell, with the caption, "Abby's back in Genoa City for a couple of episodes with her Newman and Winters families." We are so excited to have Abby back, and so were fans who rushed to her comment section of the above-mentioned post. One of them said, "So happy to see you back on Y&R, where you belong. We miss you on the show." There is definitely some drama brewing now that Abby's back, so stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless updates. Looks like things are heating up in Genoa City both on and off the screen. The young and the restless fan favorite Melissa Ordway is officially back at work, and we cannot help but wonder what this means for her character, Abby Newman. The actress recently shared a picture from the set. Is there a shocking twist in her storyline? Here's what we know so far about her exciting comeback. The young and the restless icon is back in action. The young and the restless legend Melissa Ordway, who plays Abby Newman, is making her highly anticipated return. After being taken off contract and moving to recurring status last November, fans feared they had seen the last of Abby. We last saw her 3 months ago, and speculation ran wild with no sign of her on the soap. The actress has been playing Victor and Ashley's daughter since 2013. However, after portraying the role for more than a decade, her contract status was bumped to recurring. The news came shortly after Abby and Devin tied the knot in a beautiful milestone episode. Ever since, Abby seemingly vanished from the canvas, making only a few brief appearances in December before disappearing entirely. Now, with Melissa Ordway back at work, the million-dollar question is what's next for Abby. The popular star took to Instagram to reveal that she's back on set filming for the CBS soap. She shared several pictures from the Newman Ranch and Society. Ordway posed for a photo with fellow co-stars Eric Breeden and Christian LeBlanc. Along with them, she also shared pictures with her on-screen family, James and Kristen Cowell, with the caption, "Abby's back in Genoa City for a couple of episodes with her Newman and Winters families." We are so excited to have Abby back, and so were fans who rushed to her comment section of the above-mentioned post. One of them said, "So happy to see you back on Y&R, where you belong. We miss you on the show." There is definitely some drama brewing now that Abby's back, so stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for more The Young and the Restless updates. In the ever-twisting narrative of Genoa City, an enigmatic plot has begun to unfold, sending shockwaves through both the characters on screen and the fervent fan base who have followed their every move for decades. Rumors swirl around a mysterious directive, an order given to Phyllis and Sharon to deliberately distort their voices during a clandestine conversation. However, as events progress, it becomes evident that this is no ordinary act of misdirection. For Phyllis, this order is imbued with personal familiarity, a hint that the mastermind behind these bizarre instructions is someone from her past. In a daring twist of strategy, she deliberately prolongs the forced dialogue, using his very own words as ammunition to unmask the truth. The unfolding mystery. The plot thickens as whispers circulate among the shadowy corridors of Genoa City. Many believe that Michael is at the helm of this dangerous game. According to the grapevine, Michael, a character known for his calculated and measured demeanor, has been secretly orchestrating a series of events aimed at destabilizing the established order. Although the rumor lacks concrete evidence and is largely dismissed by insiders as wild conjecture, it carries enough weight to make fans scrutinize every modulated inflection of voice they hear. Some viewers are convinced that Michael's unmistakable vocal cadence can be detected amidst the cacophony of manipulated sounds, suggesting that he is, in fact, involved in activities far removed from his typical calculated self. Yet those who truly know Michael argue that such reckless behavior is entirely out of character. Michael, ever the embodiment of control and precision, would never commit an act so blatantly self-destructive. If not Michael, then who? The answer, as dangerous as it is unexpected, seems to lie in the formidable presence of Victor. Victor's shadow looms large over this twisted game. Known for his ruthless ambition and cunning strategy, Victor has been observed growing unusually close to Michael in recent times. Their newfound camaraderie, or perhaps a more sinister alliance, has fueled speculation that Victor may have orchestrated the entire fiasco. Some insiders whisper that Victor's objective is nothing short of staging a kidnapping, a high-stakes maneuver designed to cast suspicion on a scapegoat, thereby diverting attention from his own Machiavellian schemes. The idea of a staged abduction, manipulated by voices and veiled orders, is the perfect ploy for someone with Victor's appetite for control and drama. Phyllis and the search for truth. In this convoluted narrative, the role of Phyllis becomes increasingly pivotal. With her keen instincts and intimate knowledge of the hidden players in Genoa City, she senses that the voice she has recognized is more than just a random command. Realizing the potential ramifications of letting this information slip, Phyllis turns the tables on her enigmatic interlocutor. She coaxes him into revealing more than he intends, setting in motion a chain of events that may ultimately expose the underlying betrayal. It is a calculated risk, a gambit that could either unmask the puppet master or plunge the city into further chaos. Rumors, reality, and the price of betrayal. The entire scenario has ignited fervent debate among the loyal viewers of Genoa City's most notorious dramas. While the rumor that Michael is the architect of this dissonant conspiracy persists, the intricacies of the plot hint at a far more elaborate scheme. Fans have begun to question the reliability of appearances, realizing that in the world of high-stakes power plays and veiled alliances, nothing is ever as it seems. What if Phyllis, in the midst of this unfolding drama, were to inadvertently, or deliberately, utter Michael's name? The implications of such an action are chilling. For Michael, whose every move is calculated, and whose voice is a trademark of his rationality, the sudden public association with this chaotic incident would be nothing short of catastrophic. Imagine a scenario where Phyllis, armed with her newfound insight, exposes Michael's potential involvement, however indirect it might be. The shockwaves of such an exposure would undoubtedly force Michael into a corner, leaving him to scramble for a response that preserves his meticulously built facade. Would he retreat into a storm of denial, or would he retaliate with the same cold precision that has defined his career? The answer remains shrouded in uncertainty, leaving fans to ponder the true nature of loyalty and betrayal in the intricate game of power. The psychological warfare at play. The manipulation of voices, both literal and metaphorical, serves as a poignant metaphor for the broader theme of deception and control in Genoa City. By distorting their voices, Phyllis and Sharon are not merely altering sound waves. They are symbolically subverting narratives that have been carefully constructed over years of personal and political intrigue. This act of deliberate distortion is a calculated rebellion against the established order, a means of reclaiming agency in a world where every word can be weaponized. Victor's potential role in orchestrating such an elaborate charade further complicates the moral landscape. If indeed he is behind this perilous game, then his actions force a reckoning with the very essence of trust and power. His closeness with Michael, a figure typically associated with stability and rationality, adds an additional layer of complexity. It suggests that the forces at play in Genoa City are not simply the product of individual ambition, but are the result of intricate alliances and long-buried grudges that continue to shape the destiny of its inhabitants. A glimpse into the future. As the narrative hurtles toward an uncertain climax, the looming question remains: what will be the fallout once Phyllis finally unveils the true orchestrator behind the distorted voices? The potential for an explosive revelation has never been greater. Will Victor's machinations succeed in framing an unsuspecting individual, or will the truth emerge from the carefully spun web of lies and half-truths? And most importantly, how will Michael, if implicated by association, navigate the treacherous waters of public perception and personal honor? One thing is certain: in a world where every whispered command carries the weight of destiny, the characters of Genoa City are on the brink of a dramatic transformation. As Phyllis continues her covert investigation, and the voices, both manipulated and authentic, echo through the corridors of power, the stage is set for a showdown that promises to redefine alliances and rewrite the rules of engagement. Conclusion: the inevitable reckoning. In this tangled narrative of distorted voices and deceptive alliances, the stakes could not be higher. Each character's move is fraught with the potential for both redemption and ruin. The rumors linking Michael to this dangerous game, though largely unsubstantiated, have already begun to erode the carefully constructed barriers between friend and foe. With Victor's shadow looming large and the possibility of a staged kidnapping engineered to misdirect blame, Genoa City stands at the precipice of a monumental crisis. Phyllis's determination to unearth the truth, her ability to detect subtle cues in the voices that surround her, may well be the catalyst that exposes the dark underbelly of power and manipulation in the city. As she maneuvers through a labyrinth of lies and half-truths, the consequences of her actions will ripple across the lives of everyone involved. Will the revelation of Michael's name serve as the tipping point, forcing him to confront the consequences of this treacherous game? Or will it further entrench the machinations of Victor, leaving the innocent to bear the brunt of the fallout? The answers lie hidden in the whispers of Genoa City's most secretive corridors, waiting for the moment when truth and deception collide in a dramatic explosion of revelation and retribution.